Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Mary Nelson. We're working to better understand an issue in Iowa. A federal judge temporarily blocked parts of a law approved by legislators and signed by Governor Kim Reynolds last year. In part, it would forbid teachers from discussing LGBTQ+ issues. But that's just one of two pieces blocked. And what about the third? Watch.
The second piece blocked, legislation effectively banning books from public schools that contain sexual content or LGBTQ content. I'm your Southwest Iowa neighborhood reporter, Katrina Markle, and I'm looking into why some Iowans say the law isn't clear.
Judge Stephan Locher called the law incredibly broad in his decision to issue a temporary injunction. He ruled that two parts of the law cannot be enforced while lawsuits against the state proceed. Puck Carlson, a student who is represented as a plaintiff in an ACLU lawsuit challenging the law, spoke on the matter in November when the lawsuit was first filed.
Like it or not, sex and sexuality are parts of the teenage experience. Refusing to provide adolescents with information about it means they'll seek out their own information from the internet or from others in ways that are significantly less safe than books reviewed by teachers and librarians.
Thomas Story is a staff attorney for the ACLU of Iowa. He spoke after federal hearing in December.
There have been cases of removals of 5, 10, so on, books or films or things from school. Never before has there been a circumstance where the state has mandated the removal of 500 books, thousands of copies from school. So it is unique in that respect.
The Iowa Association of School Librarians and the Iowa Library Association are asking the Department of Education for better guidelines, saying they still have unanswered questions. Author and speaker Ryan Salins transitioned from female to male almost 20 years ago. He spoke from his hometown of Aurora, Nebraska, about the importance of teens seeing themselves in literature.
It means allowing them that space to be in a place of privacy with words that resonate with them and make them feel not so alone and not so scared.
Reporting by the Des Moines Register shows hundreds of books have been removed from shelves in Iowa public schools, including work by authors such as Maya Angelou, John Green, and Nobel Prize winner Toni Morrison. A third provision in the law was not blocked. It requires schools to report to parents when a child asks to be called by a different name or expresses questions about their sexual orientation or gender identity.
We'll continue to follow this case as it develops. I'm your Southwest Iowa neighborhood reporter, Katrina Markle.